burn her hand.
Right. Oh, sorry.
Okay, well, today, we're so lucky. I'm grateful, of course, every day for everything. Well, I try. Because Chuseok is approaching, so we already talked some years ago, but many people know it already, about this stuff, about the difference between Chuseok and Thanksgiving. It's not at all the same, but whatever. Today we're going to focus on the feeling we have at Chuseok, which is gratitude or thankfulness, okay? But before I begin, let's have our dear president say a few words about something. I don't know. Mystery. All right, Angelica.
Thank you so much. Yeah. Can I sit?
Yeah.
Sitting president.
I think
She's getting
we can
old.
see you.
Now sitting duck.
Just saying. It's so nice to see you. Good morning. What a nice day we have today, right? It's not raining. It's a nice day. Still warm, not cold, right? Pleasant. I call it pleasant weather.
Oh,
So it's nice to get together like this, right?
Yeah.
On this special day. I mean, every day is special, right? But
Yes.
I love
Why?
Saturdays.
Saturday.
I usually work on Sundays. But I love Saturdays. Especially when I meet good friends. And today we're going to talk about gratitude. That's my favorite topic. I remember I asked my student once, I was kind of helping him to prepare for Canada. He's Korean. He wanted to go to Canada to study English. And the topic of our conversation was gratitude. I asked him, so what are you grateful for? He's like, I like this question. What do you mean? I asked him. Nobody asked you this question. No. So, come. Let's make a list of things we're grateful for. He said, that's the best lesson, teacher. And then he had to fly to Canada. And he texted me later from Canada. Teacher, the topic we talked about was the best. Helped me. Because the teacher, when he arrived, the teacher asked him, what are you grateful for? He's like, I was ready. So wait a second, number one, 2, 3. We made actually 10 things he is grateful for.
Oh.
And he said, it was so helpful. How did you know? I said, what do you mean? We always talk about that. Anyway, that's a beautiful topic. I wish we all really enjoy it. And please talk, okay? Don't be shy. Just talk, say something in your heart. And let's just go, right?
I'm disappointed that he didn't say, I'm grateful for you. That's the best one, A+, right? Oh, thank you so much. Right. Good. All right, well, gratitude. I've got a lot to say, as usual, blah, blah, blah. So I'm not going to speak now. So I'm going to wait. Make you wait for the good stuff. We can start with other good stuff. I know Shindy has something to say. I'm sure everybody has something to say.
everybody turn around.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh, Graves there.
Later. Okay. So you don't want to go first?
Yeah.
This way. All right.
Let's
Mr.
make
Moon,
Okay.
sorry. Mr. Moon always has something good on philosophical, and you know what? It's really good, I think, to have a man's point of view, because sometimes it's really different from what we're thinking. We're like, really? Why did you think of that? Yeah. That, they're half the creatures on the earth, so we better listen to them and take care of them too. So, Mr. Moon, would you be so good as to start us off? Yeah.
Okay.
So what are you waiting for?
I'm waiting.
You're waiting for what? Inspiration? You might wait a long time.
I have so many things as a testimony for gratitude, because about 10 years ago, I was 100% went bankrupt.
Bankrupt.
I had no money, no place to go. At the time, I have 6 apartments and 1 small building. And at the time, the price at the court was 4 billion won. Now, if you calculate now, the price now, I drop by the realtor once a month, and he always calculate the current price of the 6 apartment, one small building now is, last month he said 130, 130억, 130억. Yeah, well, for a 3.5 times bigger numbers compared to that. But I lost everything, but in 10 years I came to understand that the physical asset, apartment, real estate, is not compared to the spiritual richness. And nowadays I read more and I meet the great person all the time, and I became a mentor for young entrepreneur in my community. And there are so many blessings I have now as a YouTube influence, as over 15,000 YouTube short now. So I am the number one in the world record, even though just small people, they read or contact now, but I am sure that that will be a big milestone for at my age. I'm 73 years young. I have another 50 years to go, so I think that. and the last night, every country has Thanksgiving Day, different season. For example, in Japan, last month, in June, Japanese people have things like that. But now in Korea, in this month, but as you know, Americans, Thanksgiving Day, the fourth
Thursday.
Yes, in November. And in the course of searching the articles for that, today is that Mayflower set sail from Plymouth, England.
Goodness.
Yeah, Plymouth.
Yeah.
So it is a history. It is
Historically.
yeah, historically today
Wow.
that Mayflower set sail that in England from America. So it is a coincidence. Today we get together to think about the Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
And my generation, the Korean War generation, I was born during the 1951. And I know how in short period of time our country became an advanced country materially. But spiritually, we are very slow to change and getting worse. And so many kill himself or herself. It is the highest rate in OECD countries. And so many lonely people, loneliness epidemic spread every day. Especially during the big holidays, so many people kill themselves. They are disconnected, and inequality between the rich and the poor people. The middle class is crumbling every day because of they invested too much money in real estate, apartment. Yeah, nowadays the higher interest rate killing them. So that's the reality. Every day I update the news from 4 English newspapers, including the New York Times and the news from America and Japan. But Korea is very difficult period now. We are, especially as you know, this week, the Kim visited Russia. It's another milestone. I think that it is a great mystery for our Korean peninsula.
Scary.
Kim, North Korea, visited Russia. I think that it is a great turning point. Today, the New York Times carried the article about that North and South Korea supply ammunition to the war zone.
Same war.
Yeah, to the same war. So many years ago, America and Russia supported the war. And now the North and the South Korea supply ammunition to the war zone. It is, I think that it is a very dangerous game. Dangerous game.
Yes.
But it is a time to be grateful under any situation. And after suffering so many difficulties and adversities, I understood that to be gratitude is the solution. It must be first thing in the morning and the last thing in the evening. If you think about to make a list, as you said, make a list every day. There are so many things to be thankful. Especially I move, I get up, I'm an early bird, 2:30 in the morning, I get up, and every 2 hours, I change so many different books. It is a blessing. Even though I have no apartment, I live on a monthly pay, nowadays I don't complain. I don't complain. Everything to be grateful. That completely changed my life and mindset. And I read more and I meet the great person all the time. And I never say the negative things to anybody.
Good one. That's good.
That's my testimony. If you think you are in need of something, that will become a blessing. I know that. Thank you.
Wow.
Do you have a YouTube channel?
Sure.
That looks like the Mr. President's speech.
I wish you would give us that one. Yeah.
I'm a secretary.
We'll vote for you. Oh, yeah.
Every morning,
And how many, what was the number for YouTube? Followers?
The followers around 380, over 380, but the access number, the number of access is more important every day. A few days ago, around 4,000 or 5,000 people access. I have a unique talents, English and Japanese and landscape. Early morning landscape of Mother Nature.
Right, it's beautiful.
The
Yeah.
three main points of my YouTube.
Does the channel support you financially?
No, I don't expect the money. I'd like to let them know. Okay, share the knowledge.
He's a teacher, so.
Teacher, good messenger.
Oh dear.
Okay.
I need to hear that because I complain about everything. How come you don't know where the paper plates are? I said to the men in the Shinseike yesterday. Oh, whatever. Wow, good one. Good. So, that was pretty amazing. Oh, about the Mayflower, okay, we got 2 or 3 representatives of the good old USA here. Yeah. You know, they had tried to leave before now. Or maybe this is the first time. I'm not sure they're leaving. They left one time before, but they had to go back to England because the ship was leaking or something. There were many problems with the ship. And then they got another ship. They had to wait. They had been, the people, many of them had been in Holland because Holland is a Protestant country and they didn't want the Catholic influence from England. And so they finally got another ship. which is why they landed so late, right? They wanted to arrive in America where nobody had ever been of their group in like the fall, but they landed at the end of November and it was horrible weather. And the ship, you know, you have a nice ocean here, the Pacific. I cross it every year, 15 hours to America with a mask. Oh God! But anyway, but it's nice and smooth most of the time. But the Atlantic is always bumpy, you know. And so actually the Pilgrims got pushed off course, and that they were heading actually for Virginia, because there had been, you know, Jamestown, 1607, had a colony there, but then everybody disappeared in Jamestown, Virginia. Nobody knows what happened. Maybe killed by Indians, who knows? They wanted to go to Virginia, but they were pushed around by the puffy Atlantic and the cold weather so much that they ended up in Massachusetts with its horrible sandy soil, which is good for asparagus, but you know, not much else. And there was even a baby born on the ship, you know.
Oceanus? I heard they call it Oceanus. Is that true?
But maybe, I don't know. The name of the baby?
Oceanus.
Oh, yeah.
Oceanus.
I think I heard that in
Yeah, you probably heard that in history class, right? Yeah, very good. I didn't ask, when I was talking to them.
Amazing.
Yeah, anyway, so thank you for reminding us of that. So they didn't give up, you know, they went back, all right, we're gonna get a better ship. And then they went. So here we are, us Americans, some people trace their ancestors back to the Plymouth colony, you know, they're the people the rich people in Massachusetts, etc. You know, not me. Anyway, whatever. So thank you for reminding us of American history. He's not even American. Yeah. Thank you. Great.
Thank you.
It took 2 months to go. So yeah, September, October, November. Yeah. Very good. Great. Thank you. History lesson and gratitude. Yeah.